Today we're going to talk about the dreaded concept of cooking for one. And it seems to be kind of a popular topic. So a little bit of context. When my late husband passed away, I literally took eating popcorn and bowls of cereal for dinner to a whole new level. I'm not kidding. It was just easier to grab popcorn or cereal or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich once in a while than just cooking a whole meal for myself. And I went from having a super large family that was super busy. We had tons of sports going on. We had friends of the kids over all the time. I cooked dinner every single night. And when I struck that dinner bell, it was almost kind of like a mess hall. It was a lot of people and I loved it. I loved that activity. We had lots of neighborhood kids over and it was just fun. So then going to, now the kids are grown, my husband passed away, what do we do next? And that's cooking for one. And it was kind of a bummer. And so I just didn't eat that good. But if this is something that you can relate to, drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about it, or if it's something that you've struggled with. I hear it a lot from my clients. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Terry Ann Muller. I'm the founder and owner of Renegade Widow, and I'm passionate about helping widowed women to reclaim, renew, and redesign their life into a life that they can love. And sometimes you don't think that's possible, but I promise you over time, if you do the right work and you put in the energy for it, it can happen. So hang with me. Let's talk about this cooking for one thing. Early in my widowhood, and I'm almost almost 10 years out, a little over 9 years out, I was in a widows group and I was offered a cooking class for one. And I thought, what a cool concept. So I took it. It was so freaking fun. We got to sip wine, we got to listen to music, I made a couple new friends. It really was fun. I hear plenty of comments from widowed women saying that cooking for one is depressing, and honestly that it's not even worth the effort. And again, I get it. I also hear going to the grocery store is a bummer, and that's not something that, one lady yesterday, I think she commented that she hadn't been to the grocery store in over 6 months. I mean, what? I don't know. How do you survive? You must have had a lot of food in the pantry and then the freezer. I get it though, because it is depressing. I'll be the first to admit I really felt that same despair as a new widow. Another complaint that I hear from clients, a couple of them in particular, you know who you are, that you just don't like to cook, period. End of story. So, I love you, but I'm going to say this with love. We don't always want to clean the toilet. We don't always want to have to go to work, but those things have to be done. We have to clean the toilet. We don't want a stinky toilet. And we have to go to work because we have to pay bills. You have to learn to cook because you need to eat. So I'm hereby challenging all of you to learn to love to cook, or at least enough to get you some good meals in on a regular basis. There's some perks when you cook for one, and I want you to think about this. You get to cook whatever you want. You get to cook what you like and what you love. You get to listen to whatever music you want. So to that point, I always turn on my little Bose speaker and I always have music when I cook, and often, not every single night, but often I'll have one glass of wine. And so I get to listen to the music I want, I get to enjoy the wine that I want, I get to have a dance party for one, and I get to dance like no one's watching because they're not. And for those of you that know, I am in a relationship. I have the love of my life, Mike, and we are so great together, but he's not home during the week. He's down in the Phoenix area working. And bottom line is you get to do everything your way. So you might not realize it, but you do get to decide. You can make a conscious decision to make cooking fun. It can be an art form if you choose. There's so many amazing recipes on YouTube. So a couple of things. Number one, load your pantry with healthy staples like organic tomatoes, organic tomato paste, chicken broth, bone broth. I always buy those things organic because it's only a few pennies more and it's so much better for you. But this isn't a class on nutrition. We can get to that if you want to. I also keep a running grocery list in my phone so that, you know, the things that I like to keep stocked up in my pantry, my fridge, my freezer, meats, healthy dairy products. Definitely buy organic dairy products. Again, this isn't on nutrition, but number three, cook once and eat several times. So my mom was literally the queen of the kitchen. My mom taught me how to cook like a big pot of spaghetti sauce, cook some pasta, and then package it up. Go buy yourself some freezable containers so that you can package it up into individual portions, put it in the freezer. You get to stand back and look at all of your amazing work that you've done, and it feels so good. So just get good at making your favorite soups. Again, pasta sauces, enchiladas, even oatmeal freezes. Freeze them up in those containers to eat later. So what I say is get up in the morning, pull what you want to have for dinner that night out, put it in the refrigerator so it can start defrosting, and then when you're ready, you just warm it up. Cooking for yourself can be a really good experience. There's something super satisfying about making food that is to your taste. My granddaughter Charlie Ann is so funny. I don't know where she picked this up, but I'll say, hey, do you want, I don't know, whatever. It's just, no, that's not to my taste. She's 3.5, you guys. She's such a hoot. But it makes sense. You get to make the food that is to your taste. So drop a comment below and let me know, do you love food? I mean, like, that's a dumb question. I said it wrong. Are you a foodie? Like, do you love super bomb food, or do you just eat to get by? You guys, I want you to know that nutrition plays a huge, gigantic role in how we feel. If you eat a ton of sugar and processed crap, it will exacerbate any negative emotions that you're having. It fires up your negative neurotransmitters. It is not good for you. So we'll go into that later. If you want to learn more about nutrition, let me know. We can definitely do that because it's something I'm crazy passionate about. Drop a comment below and let me know some topics that you want to learn about. Back to that local cooking class. Look for a cooking class for singles who share your passions in the kitchen. It's such a great way to spice up your social life. Whether you want to learn how to whip up a gourmet dinner for one, or you've always dreamed of hosting a beautiful dinner party for your friends, you'll learn to cook in a wide range of recipes and you'll have a ton of fun doing it. Charlene says, I love food. So do I. Is this something that is resonating with you? Start making some new friends. Possibly meet a new someone special to enjoy your meals with. Maybe you don't want to be cooking for one the rest of your life. Maybe you really want someone that you can cook with and cook for and enjoy their company and take walks together and cuddle on the couch together and watch movies together. How does it feel when you put yourself in that scenario? It may feel good. And it may not feel good. But I know there's a lot of women talking about that in this group. And there's a lot of women talking about other widow groups that I'm in, that they're curious about dating. They're wanting to know more. Put yourself in that scenario and tell us down in the comments below, how does it feel? Is that something that you're open to? Is that something that you're curious about? Is that something that's, oh, hell no? Let us know how you feel in the comments. I'll say this, whatever side of the fence that you are on, it's perfectly fine. Everybody is in their journey in their own pace and place. Being alone or ready to meet a new companionship, learning to love the art of cooking, for one, is a really valuable skill that will put you in charge of what goes in your body so that you're getting proper nutrition, so that you're able to better manage emotions and those highs and those lows. If you're experiencing highs and lows and you're eating a bunch of processed crap, but this is not that class. But just think about that. You want to get good whole foods, unprocessed foods, meats, vegetables, fruits, even grains are processed. You just have to be aware of what you put in your body. One last thing, I do want to tell you, I have a free workbook. It's a download. So I'm going to put the link in the comments, and that way you can go and download it. It won't be available forever, so you want to make sure that you grab it as soon as possible. And I hope you guys have a great day. Keep your eyes and ears open for more of this kind of content. I do have a surprise coming up that I'll be announcing probably next week. So I can't wait. And I hope you guys all have the best night. Take care, everybody.